This is the most sensational duck pond miniature in all the land. I only say that because not many people have them, so you can't disprove me. But yeah, I don't think this turned out that badly. Although I think I might put another coat of watered down metallic silver, and then gloss the water again. So that might bring a bit of a reflection. But I think it didn't turn out bad. I brought my tree from the previous video. They go quite well together, didn't they? And so the next lot that I've just painted, we got this bloke. I'm running a sci-fi campaign. So I've been trying to touch up specifically the sci-fi miniatures. But this guy didn't turn out that bad. Let's call him Jim. Jim, the Cyberman. That's there. We'll call her Jimette. No, although she might be related to Jim, same colour hair, and by that I mean I happened to have the blue out while I was deciding their hair colour. I'm not a big fan of this miniature, to be honest, so I painted it with very little care. But if I ever need a robot woman miniature, there we go. This woman, I don't know who she is. I don't know what she does. I don't know where she's come from. She's like, I almost painted her April O'Neil colours, but I decided against it. So she's April O'Neil in the army. The Bad Apple has been painted. Do you remember him? He's been painted. Although I was a little lazy. I was just like, right, green tunic, green shoulder thing, kind of green shoes, sod it. And it's because he's been in my paint load for so long, and unfortunately, I have gotten fed up with him. It's a great miniature, but I'm tired of looking at his big bald face, and that may have impaired the decision when it came to selecting colours. But I think he still looks alright, and he is called the Bad Apple, and he's got green all over him, so maybe that works out for the best. Yeah. And woman, she is, I think this miniature was based on Jill Valentine, I think, just with more boobs. And when I say more boobs, I mean more boobage, as opposed to more boobs. It'd be a bit weird if she was like a three-boobed woman. Or that would be like Total Recall, wouldn't it? On the 4, that would be like, what movie is that? There is a movie that's got a poster with a woman with 4 boobs on it, but remarkably, all the women only have 2 boobs in the movie. Like if I saw that, and I think it was The Sorceress, what I think it was called, or something like that. I've got the poster to the right of me, but it's in German. It's I don't know why the fuck I'm talking about that. Basically, here's a woman, and it's not Jill Valentine because it's got a robot arm. That's where I was going with this, I think. I don't know. My God. Speaking of boobs, here's some more. So this is a woman. Although I lost her finger because it's a really irritating pose. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like vent my frustration at how irritating the pose was by chopping her finger off. But you can see, if you look on the right there, this over here, my painting is crap. But that is a finger there, and she's supposed to have the finger on the other side. She's sort of pulling her straps apart for no reason at all. But the perils of doing that, you know, F around, you find out she did that, lost a finger. So let that be a lesson to all of you. If somebody tells you to strike a pose and you think, you know, stripping is what you need to do, you could lose a finger. And you know, that now you know. Now, speaking of hotness, look! We know her, don't we? I didn't do a terrible job. I just wanted it to look vaguely like her. So you look at the miniature and go, oh, look, it's Stephen Lockhart. But yes, There she is. It's nice to get some colour on that miniature. What do we got? This guy, who I think he's like, he kind of reminds me of the guy from A-Team. But I'm just going to use him as all-purpose military man. You know, he could be a colonel, he could be a commander, he could be a docker, he could be a docker boss, he can be, yes, that's about it, that's all he can be. He can be that and nothing else. Red Riding Hood. Well, it's not Red Riding Hood, it's just the lady in a red dress. I thought this one turned out really well, actually. The pink for the lower part of the dress, that's just the red, just watered down a little bit more. Because I use white undercoat, it worked out perfectly. Yeah, I thought, I mean, the thing is, it does help that it's a very nice miniature, this one. But yes, so if I ever need someone to be eaten by the big bad wolf, there we go. Wait, does Red Riding Hood get eaten by the big bad wolf? No, she gets saved by the prince, doesn't she? Yes. It's Grandma that gets eaten. Poor Grandma. What did she do to deserve that? And finally, we have... This is the most perplexing miniature I've ever seen in my life. If this is from something, because like I said, some of these are like references to things that maybe I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of Jill Valentine. That is literally Tifa Lockhart. But this one, I have no... If it's a reference to something, let me know. Why does this man have a duck? Why does... I mean, don't get me wrong, it fit. It fit. There's my ducks in the pond. Man happens to have ducks. Pure chance. Pure chance that I happen to be painting a duck pond miniature and then a random duck man should turn up in... This was like a sort of mystery sci-fi miniatures box set where you pay some money and they give you a bunch of random sci-fi miniatures. I believe this guy came with it. I believe this lady and that robot woman there came with it. So why does this man have a duck? Why did I have to open my orange that I have never opened before just so that I could paint the bill of this duck? And you can see my laziness because I use the orange for his trousers. But the point is that orange was specifically opened after not being opened in like, it must have been like half a year since I've started painting again. Just do the beak of his duck. You know, I mean, he's quite a cool miniature, but why the duck? Why is it when I place him there next to the pond, he fits really well? Because he's got a duck. I despair. I really do. But yes, that's this load, and the next load is over here, and it's the Land of Giants. Next time we've got 6 giant skeletons. I think you guys have seen these before. This guy, Timo, was just bullying me until I bought him, and then I bought him, and then it still kept telling me to buy him again. This, I can't work out. We got little and large here, although they're both large given the scale. I mean, we put him next to all these guys. You see, he's quite a chunky. But I'm still trying to work out who's the boss of these two. Because I like the idea of the angry little pumpkin man being the boss, and this being his lanky friend. And the bit of scenery that I've elected, because I do like to elect a bit of scenery with every paint session that I do, is this. Which is a sort of, I don't know, a thing. It's a thing. That's next. I will be painting this thing. I actually have another one like that, but we're just going to do one at a time. Best not overload me. But these are kind of cool because you would think that bigger miniatures would be more intimidating, but ain't nothing for a lazy bastard like me, because I always kind of water down paints whenever I'm dealing with larger miniatures. And especially, I mean, these guys, I know they're going to be fun to paint because they're very simple. They're very simple, and you can make them look good just, with, I mean, especially the fact that I use game wash and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing them done nicely, or at least done to my standards. I think I've got a nice, a nice method of painting, but many people may feel differently. But they're brittle. These guys. That's the weird thing. If you look at that knife there, that was attached to. It wasn't attached to him actually. It was just very close to his knee, and I tried to bend it the other way, and it didn't. There was no. It didn't even slightly stretch. I mean, it just snapped straight away. No resistance or anything. It just went. So that's a bit concerning. I think I might get like a pair of scissors or something and just snip that up a little bit so it looks a bit more pointy. But yeah, they're up next. I think he's got a bit more detail, this fella. Yeah, he'll be fine too. He'll be fine too. Just all these guys, sci-fi guys, and Duck Pond Man. It's perplexing. Anyway, that's all from me for now. And Planet Mars is rendering. That's next AI project. So check that out as well, or I will murder you. Disclaimer: murder will not actually take place. Take care.